In this session, we will be learning about how to pass journal entries for credit purchase and cash purchase, payment to creditors including cash discount, cash sales and credit sales, receipts from debtors, expenses like salaries, rent, fuel, etc., repayment of loan, that is including principal and interest expense, interest income on fixed deposit. Let's begin. Transaction number 11, 10 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh purchased one model of chairs from Mohan Limited on cash. He paid by check. The details of transactions are as follows. So we have model number, quantity, rate per unit and total. So model number is 101. He has purchased 100 quantities at the rate of 1000 per chair. So total amount is 1 lakh. So from the point of view of journal entry, only the monetary value of chair is important to us. This model number, quantity, rate per unit, it will be recorded in the stock register, not in the journal entry. Now, what is the account that are affected? One is Mr. Mahesh purchased the chair. So one is purchases account and he has paid by check. So check means he has paid by bank. So PQR bank account. Now purchases account is an expense. We have purchased the goods. So there is an increase in the expense. So we have to debit. PQR bank account is an asset. So there is a decrease in the balance, bank balance or decrease in the asset. So we have to credit. So the entry will be purchases account debit to PQR bank account and amount is 1 lakh. Let's pass this entry. Date is 10 Jan 2019. Purchases account debit 1 lakh to PQR bank account 1 lakh. Voucher number is JV11. Being goods purchased on cash and amount paid by check number so and so, dated so and so. Now let's move on to the next transaction. 11 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh purchased one more model of chairs from Mohan Limited on cash. He paid by cash. The details of transactions are as follows. You have model number, quantity, rate per unit and total. So total amount is 72,000. So for the purpose of journal entry, we want monetary value of those chairs. Now, if you see, when you say on cash basis, purchases on cash basis, the cash basis is a general term. It need not be that you are paying in the cash. Like in your last transactions, you have paid by check. In this transaction, you are paying it by cash. Now, what are the two accounts that are affected? One is purchases account and one is cash account since we have made payment by cash. Now, purchases account is an expense. Now, there is an increase in purchases. So, we have to debit. Cash account is an asset. There is a decrease in the asset. So, we are crediting. So, the journal entry will be purchases account debit to cash account. Amount is 72,000. Let's pass this. So, date is 11 Jan 2019. Purchases account debit 72,000 to cash account 72,000. Voucher number is JV12. Being goods purchased on cash. Now let's move on to the next entry. Transaction number 13. 11 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh purchased 3 more models of chairs from Deepam Inc. on credit basis. Credit period is 1 month. So we have model number, quantity, rate per unit and total. Then this is a total value, monetary value of all 3 models taken together. That comes to 6,30,000. Now here he has purchased the chairs. So one is purchases account. Now he has purchased the chairs on credit basis and credit period is 1 month. So one account that is affected is purchases account and Now, since he has purchased on credit basis, we are obliged to pay Deepam Inc. after 1 month. So, the next account that is affected is Deepam account. Now, when you say purchases account is an expense, there is an increase since we are purchasing. So, we will debit Deepam account. Now, Deepam account, since we are obliged to pay him after 1 month, he is a liability. Now, since we have purchased the good, there is an increase in the balance of Deepam account. So, we will be crediting that account. So, the entry will be purchases account debit to Deepam Inc. account. Let's pass this entry. 11 Jan 2019 purchases account debit 6,30,000 to Deepam Inc. account 6,30,000. Voucher number is JV13. Being goods purchased on credit of 1 month from Deepam Inc. Now let's move on to the next transaction. 14 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh paid to Deepam Inc. within 4 days. As per the terms of sale, Deepam provided a discount of rupees 30,000 on total cost. So net price payable was 6,30,000, that is total cost of chairs minus 30,000 cash discount, that comes to 6 lakhs. Now out of this total, rupees 2 lakh is paid in cash and 4 lakh is paid in check. Now since Mahesh had funds, what he decided was he'll pay Deepam Inc. immediately, that is within 4 days, and he'll avail a discount of 30,000. Now this discount of 30,000 is a cash discount. Now let's see this transaction. So 6,30,000 was the total price, out of which he got 30,000 as discount. So balance amount that is payable to him was 6 lakh. Now out of the 6 lakhs, 2 lakhs is paid in cash and 4 lakh is paid by check. One account that is affected here is Deepam Inc. It is our liability account. We had a balance of 6,30,000 in the Deepam account. Now we are repaying Deepam. So Deepam account we are repaying. It is reducing our liability. So Deepam account will be debited. Now this discount is discount received by us. So now this discount received is an income. So there is an income. So it will be credited. The next is payment. Out of 6 lakhs, 2 lakhs is paid in cash, 4 lakhs is paid by check. So one account that is affected is cash. So there is a decrease in cash balance. We have to credit and paid by check. So our PQR bank account balance has decreased. So we have to credit. What will be the journal entry? Deepam Inc. account debit to discount received to cash and to PQR bank account. Let's pass this entry. Date is 14 Jan 2019. Deepam Inc. account debit 6,30,000 to discount received account 30,000 to cash account 2 lakhs to PQR bank account 4 lakhs. Voucher number is JV14 and narration is being amount payable to Deepam Inc. paid early and discount of rupees 30,000 received from Deepam Inc. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction 15, 14 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh sold chairs to Seema on cash. Seema paid the amount by cash, and we have details of model number, quantity of chairs sold, rate per unit and total. Total amount is 1,50,000. So there is a sale of goods. Now for the purpose of journal entry, this amount of 1,50,000 is relevant. and the rest of the details, that is model number, quantity and rate per unit, this will be useful for our stock register. Now there is a sales on cash and amount is paid by cash. So what are the accounts affected? One is sales account and one is cash account. Now there is a sales. So sales is an income. So there is an increase in the sales. So it is credited. Cash. Now cash is an asset. There is an increase in the cash balance. So it is debited. So journal entry will be your cash account debit to sales account, amount is 1,50,000. Let's pass this in. 14 Jan 2019. Cash account debit 1,50,000 to sales account 1,50,000. Voucher number is JV15, being goods sold on cash basis. Now let's move on to the next transaction. 15 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh sold chairs to Mayura Limited on cash. Mayura Limited paid by check. And then we have details of model number, quantity, rate per unit and total value of sales is 1 lakh. Now, Mayura Limited has paid by check. So, what are the two accounts that are affected? One is sales account and one is, since he has paid by check, we have received the amount by check. The other account is PQR bank account. Now sales account is an income account. There is an increase in sales. So we have to credit. PQR bank account is an asset account. There is an increase in the balance. So we have to debit. So journal entry will be PQR bank account debit to sales account and amount is 1 lakh. Let's pass this in. Date is 15 Jan 2019. Entry is PQR bank account debit to sales account. Amount is 1 lakh. Voucher number is JV16 and narration is being goods sold to Mayura on cash basis and amount received by check number so and so, dated so and so. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction number 17, 15 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh sold chairs to Sonam Limited on credit. Credit period is 10 days. Model number is 104. Quantity is 200. Rate per unit 1000. Total amount is 2 lakhs. Now, Mr. Mahesh has sold the chair. So, there is a sales. One account that is affected is sales account. Now, he has sold it to Sonam Limited on credit basis. So, the other account that will be affected is Sonam Limited account. Now sales is an income, there is an increase, so we have to credit. Now Sonam Limited account, we have sold the goods on credit basis. So Sonam Limited is obliged to pay us amount for the goods sold after 10 days. So Sonam Limited is an asset. There is an increase in the balance of Sonam Limited. Also Sonam Limited is known as a debtor. So there is an increase in the balance, so we have to debit. So the entry will be Sonam Limited account debit to sales account, amount is 2 lakhs. Let's pass this entry. Date is 15 Jan 2019. Sonam Limited account debit 2 lakhs to sales account 2 lakhs. Voucher number is JV17. Narration, being goods sold to Sonam Limited on credit basis. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction 18, 24 Jan 2019. Sonam Limited paid after 10 days amount of rupees 2 lakhs. Now Sonam Limited has paid us amount of rupees 2 lakhs after 10 days. So one account that will be affected is Sonam Limited account. Okay. Now it has not been specified whether she has paid by cash or check or bank transfer. Nothing is specified. So in this case we have to use our own discretion. Now there can be three ways to assume this. One is she paid by cash or she paid by check. Now for the purpose of our solving an example, we can also write it as cash/bank account. Okay. Now it's safe to use a bank account because suppose say there is some payment and we say cash account, and say suppose there is no balance in the cash account. Now cash cannot be negative, but for bank account usually the business has a overdraft facility wherein you can withdraw the extra amount from the bank account as a loan. So it's safe to say bank account. So in this case, we will be assuming that she has paid by check or bank transfer, and we are considering PQR bank account. Okay. Now, Sonam Limited is our debtor asset. Since she has paid the amount, the balance in Sonam Limited has reduced. So we have to credit. PQR bank account is again an asset. There is an increase in the balance, so we are debiting. So the entry will be PQR bank account debit to Sonam Limited. Amount is 2 lakhs. Let's pass this entry. Date is 24 Jan 2019. PQR bank account debit 2 lakhs to Sonam Limited account 2 lakhs. Voucher number is JV18, being amount received from Sonam Limited. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Next transaction. Transaction number 19. 24 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh sold chairs to Messrs. Sahana on credit. Credit period is 10 days. You have model number, quantity, rate per unit and total. So total is 3 lakhs. So Mr. Mahesh has sold chairs to Messrs. Sahana. The monetary value of these chairs is 3 lakhs. So for the purpose of journal entry, we will be considering 3 lakhs. Now what are the ledger accounts that are affected? One is sales account. Then the goods are sold on credit. So one more account that is affected is Messrs. Sahana account. Now sales is an income. So there is an increase in the sales. So we have to credit Messrs. Sahana account. Now we are selling it on a credit basis. So Messrs. Sahana are obliged to pay us for the goods sold. So we are obliged to receive from Messrs. Sahana. So Messrs. Sahana is an asset, or it is also known as debtors or accounts receivable. Now since it's an asset and there is an increase in the balance of Messrs. Sahana, we have to debit. So the journal entry would be Messrs. Sahana account debit to sales account 3 lakhs. Let's pass this entry. 24 Jan 2019. Messrs. Sahana account debit 3 lakhs to sales account 3 lakhs. Voucher number is JV19. Narration: being goods sold on credit to Messrs. Sahana. Now let's move on to the next entry. Transaction number 20. 26 Jan 2019. Messrs. Sahana paid after 2 days. As per the terms of credit, cash discount at 10% may be availed on total selling price if paid within 5 days. Accordingly, Messrs. Sahana received the discount and paid balance amount by check. So Messrs. Sahana, it has paid after 2 days. So what is the total amount payable? It is in the entry number 19. Total amount payable is 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs is the amount payable and it has paid within 2 days. So it has received a cash discount of 10%. So cash discount is how much? 10% of 3 lakhs. That comes to 30,000. So this is a cash discount. So after reducing this cash discount, the net amount is 2,72,000. Now this 3 lakh minus 30,000. The net amount is 2,70,000. Now this 2,70,000 is paid by check. So what are the accounts that are affected here? One is we have received a payment from Messrs. Sahana. So Messrs. Sahana is an asset. We have reduced the payment. So balance in Messrs. Sahana will get reduced. So we have to credit. Credit what? Messrs. Sahana account. Then 30,000. 30,000 is a discount. Okay, now this is a discount expense which we have allowed it to Messrs. Sahana. So this is discount allowed. Now discount allowed is an expense. There is a increase in the balance of discount allowed. So we have to debit. Debit discount allowed. Third, 2,70,000 is received by check. So we will deposit it in our bank account. So PQR bank account. Now PQR bank account is an asset. There is an increase in the balance of PQR bank account. So we have to debit. So journal entry will be PQR bank account debit 2,70,000, discount allowed account debit 30,000 to Messrs. Sahana 3 lakhs. Let's pass this journal entry. 26 Jan 2019, PQR bank account debit 2,70,000, discount allowed account debit 30,000 to Messrs. Sahana account 3 lakhs. JV number 20, being amount received from Messrs. Sahana by check number so and so, dated so and discount at 10% allowed as per the terms of sales. Now let's move on to the next entry. Transaction 21, 26 Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh incurred fuel charges on vehicle of rupees 6,500 and paid the same by debit card of business bank account, that is PQR bank account. Now, Mr. Mahesh has incurred some fuel charges. So what are the two accounts that are affected? One is fuel charges account and the same are paid by bank. Okay, since they are paid using debit cards. So other account that is affected is PQR bank account. Now fuel charges is an expense. So we have incurred an expense. So there is an increase in the expense. So it has to be debited. Now we have paid it by PQR bank account. So the balance in the PQR bank has reduced. PQR bank account is an asset. So whenever there is a decrease in the asset, we have to credit. So journal entry will be fuel charges account debit to PQR bank account 6,500. Let's pass this entry. Now when I am passing a journal entry here, since I am passing it continuously, I am not doing any debit credit total. But whenever you are passing journal entries in your book and when you are moving from one page to another, you have to take the total of debit and total of credit and then move on that total to the next page as shown to you earlier. Now let's pass this journal entry. Date is 26 Jan 2019. Fuel charges account debit 6,500 to PQR bank account 6,500 and voucher number is JV21. Being fuel charges paid by debit card, white transaction number so and so, dated so and so. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction number 22, 31st Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh had employed housekeeping staff for his office. He paid salary to housekeeping staff, rupees 5,000 in cash. So there is one housekeeping staff in his office and he paid a salary of rupees 5,000 in cash to that housekeeping staff. So what are the two accounts that are affected? One is salary account, and since he has paid in cash, the other account is cash account. Now salary account is an expense account. There is an increase since he has paid the salary. There is an increase in the salary account. So we have to debit. Cash account is an asset account. We have paid the amount. So there is a decrease in the cash account. So we have to credit. So journal entry will be salary account debit to cash account and amount is 5,000. Let's pass this entry. 31st Jan 2019, salary account debit 5,000 to cash account 5,000, JV number 22, being salary paid to housekeeping staff in cash. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction number 23, 31st Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh has employed 3 delivery persons and 1 driver. He paid salary of rupees 10,000 each by check. So again he has paid some salary. Salary to whom? 3 delivery persons and 1 driver. How much is the salary? 10,000 per head. So total salary is 4 people into 10,000. That comes to 40,000. Now what are the accounts that are affected here? One is salary account, and since the amount is paid by check, the next account is PQR bank account. Now salary account is an expense. There is an increase in the expense, so we have to debit. PQR bank account is our asset account. Since we are paying the amount, the balance in the PQR is going down, so we have to credit. So entry is salary account debit 40,000 to PQR bank account 40,000. Let's pass this entry. 31st Jan 2019, salary account debit 40,000 to PQR bank account 40,000, JV 23, being salary paid to delivery persons and a driver, wide check numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to specify all the 4 check numbers, dated so and so. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction number 24, 31st Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh signed a rental agreement for his office premises with Shamlal and Company. As per the terms of agreement, he paid rupees 1,20,000 as deposit by cash, and the rent of rupees 10,000 per month is payable at the end of the month. Accordingly, paid rent of 10,000 in the cash. So this transaction is an earlier transaction wherein we have already seen that he has taken a office premises on rental basis and he has paid 1,20,000 as deposit by cash. Now we have to pay the rent. Since it's the end of the month, as per the terms of agreement, we have to pay the rent. So only this transaction we have to record it in the books of account. This 1,20,000 is already recorded previously. Okay. Now, what are the 2 accounts that are affected here? One is rent account, and since the rent is paid in cash, the one is cash account. Now, rent account is an expense account. There is an increase in expense, so we have to debit. Cash account is an asset account. Since we are paying it, there is a decrease in the cash balance, so we have to credit. Entry will be rent account debit to cash account 10,000. Let's pass this journal. 31st Jan 2019, rent account debit to cash account. Amount is 10,000. Voucher number is JV24. Being rent paid to Shamlal and Company in cash. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Transaction number 25, 31st Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh took a loan of 15 lakhs from Lenders Bank for business purpose, repaid rupees 1 lakh by check. Out of total amount, rupees 20,000 is an interest expenses and balance 80,000 is towards principal. Now this is already recorded earlier, where we have recorded the transaction of journal entry for loan taken from lender's bank. Now in this transaction we will be recording this repayment of the loan. Now he has paid rupees 1 lakh by check. So one account that will be affected is PQR bank account. Now out of the total amount, 20,000 is towards interest expense. So one more account that will be affected is interest expense account. And 80,000 is towards principal. Towards principal in the sense it will affect your loan account. That is 80,000 balance in the loan account will get reduced. So third account that will be affected is loan from lender's bank account. Now PQR bank account is an asset account. We are making a payment through PQR bank account. So balance in the asset account is getting reduced. So we have to credit. And how much is the payment? 1 lakh. Now out of that 20,000 is towards interest expense. Now interest expense is an expense account. There is an increase in the interest expense account. So we have to debit. Third, 80,000 is towards principal. So the balance in the loan from lender's account will get reduced by 80,000 since 80,000 is towards principal. Now loan from lender's bank account is a liability. Now there will be reduction in the balance of loan from lender's account. So whenever there is a reduction in the balance of liability, we have to debit. So journal entry will be loan from lender's bank account debit 80,000, interest expense account debit 20,000 to PQR bank account 1 lakh. Let's pass this journal entry. 31st Jan 2019, loan from lender's bank account debit 80,000, interest expenses account debit 20,000 to PQR bank account 1 lakh. Voucher number is JV25, being partial loan repaid and interest expense on the loan recorded in the books. Now let's move on to the next transaction. 31st Jan 2019. Mr. Mahesh has kept rupees 1 lakh as fixed deposit with Samriddhi Bank. Interest of Jan 2009 is rupees 1000 and same is received by check. Now this transaction, Mr. Mahesh has kept 1 lakh deposit with the Samriddhi Bank. This we have already recorded a journal entry for this transaction earlier. Now we have to record a journal entry for this. Interest of Jan 2019 is received by check. Now what are the accounts affected here? One is interest income. And since it is received by check, we will deposit it in our bank account. So one more account that will be affected is PQR bank account. Now interest income is an income account. Okay, now there is an increase in the balance of interest income account. So we have to credit. PQR bank account is an asset. There is an increase in the balance of PQR bank account. So we have to debit. So journal entry will be PQR bank account debit to interest income account and amount is 1000. Let's pass this journal entry. 31st Jan 2019. PQR bank account debit 1000 to interest income account 1000. Voucher number is JV26. Being interest on FD received by check number so and so, dated so and so.